Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something I found absolutely crucial for anyone building real-world AI applications. We're going to transform some complex documentation into a clear guide on how to secure your autonomous AI systems using AgentScope. I mean, it's literally the ultimate nightmare scenario, right? We all want to give our AI agents the autonomy to execute bash commands, write files, and just solve complex problems on their own. But let's be real, the stakes are incredibly high here. Without the right safeguards in place, an accidental RMRF command or an overwritten configuration file could be totally catastrophic for your infrastructure. So, to solve this, AgentScope introduces a seriously robust permission system. Think of it like a giant, highly intelligent bouncer standing right there between your AI agent and your underlying system environment. It intercepts everything, analyzes the context, and makes absolutely sure your agent only does exactly what it's supposed to do. So, here is our agenda for today. We've got 1. AI agents need strict guardrails. 2. The permission engine decision flow. 3. Choosing your global mode. 4. Writing custom permission rules. And 5. Built-in safety checks. Let's jump right in. Section 1. AI agents need strict guardrails. Meet the bouncer. The core of this whole system is its ability to intercept every single tool call the agent makes before it actually executes. It doesn't just blindly pass commands through. Instead, it combines your static configuration with dynamic runtime analysis to render a final verdict. It can allow the tool to execute, deny it outright, or ask the boss, and that's you, for confirmation. This three-pronged decision flow is the true foundation of your agent's security. Section 2, the permission engine decision flow. So the engine actually processes every single action through 3 distinct layered steps to ensure nothing dangerous slips through the cracks. It's like a defense-in-depth puzzle. First up, it looks at the mode, which is your static global policy. Then it evaluates rule checks, which are explicit allow, deny, or ask patterns evaluated with the very highest priority. And finally, it relies on built-in safety checks, which involve dynamic analysis performed by the tools themselves. Section 3. Choosing your global mode. Let's look at 3 highly practical modes you can set at configuration time. Notice how the default mode requires explicit rules for almost everything. The only built-in auto-allow here is for basic read-only commands. That makes it your most secure and recommended starting point. Now, accept edits is fantastic for active development because it auto-allows file operations as long as they stay strictly inside your configured working directory. And then we have don't ask. This one is absolutely perfect for unattended scheduled runs because it silently converts any ask prompt into a strict deny, making sure your pipeline doesn't just hang forever waiting for a human to click approve. Now, this really captures the 2 absolute extremes of the permission system. Over on the left, we've got Explore mode, which makes the agent completely read-only. It actively denies all modifications, so it's perfect for safe code exploration. On the right, we have Bypass mode, and wow, this acts as a Wild West environment where almost all safety checks are skipped. This quote directly from the bypass documentation really highlights the serious contract you're making when you use it. You are willingly disabling the automatic safety nets. It basically assumes you're running in a heavily sandboxed environment or a fully trusted run. Because unless you explicitly write a deny rule, potentially destructive commands will pass right on through. So tread carefully with that one. Section 4, writing custom permission rules. So what is a permission rule? Well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a configuration that maps a specific tool, like bash or read or write, and a specific call pattern to a behavior. Allow, deny, or ask. Because explicit deny and ask rules are always honored in every single mode, yes, even in bypass, mastering these rules gives you absolute control over your bouncer's VIP list. The crucial point here is just how incredibly granular you can get with these matching patterns. For bash commands, you use wildcard prefixes. So setting the pattern to npm run -star lets your agent build your node project using npm run build without giving it the keys to the kingdom to execute a rogue npm install. For file tools, you can use glob patterns like src///.py to restrict the agent's access to only Python files inside the source directory. It's a real game changer. Now, you might be wondering, am I going to be getting spammed with ASQ prompts all day? Not at all. If the engine stops to ask you for permission, it automatically analyzes the call and actually generates a suggested rule for you. If you accept that suggestion, the agent persists it. This means identical future calls are handled seamlessly without ever interrupting your workflow again. It literally learns what you permit as you go. Section 5. Built-in safety checks. Okay, what I find really smart about this final layer of defense is how the built-in bash tool dynamically parses your strings to detect read-only operations. Things like git status, ls, docker ps, or checking a Python version. It automatically allows these harmless read-only operations across every mode, even the highly restrictive default mode. This keeps your agent super productive without sacrificing security, and it is thorough. If you use a compound command with output redirection, like, throwing a greater than symbol in there, the engine immediately recognizes it's no longer read-only and hits the brakes. But for the truly dangerous operations, AgentScope tools emit a special signal called bypass_immune. I thought this was just a brilliant mechanism. If a custom tool detects something terrifying, like, say, a deployment tool seeing a target parameter pointing straight to your production environment, it flags the request as bypass_immune. This guarantees that even if you have a blanket allow rule configured, the system will still force an ask prompt to surface to you. It's an unsilenceable safety check. And AgentScope implements this right out of the box for your file system. Any operation targeting highly sensitive credentials or shell configs, like your .bashrc, your SSH keys, your .env files, or your AWS credentials, will instantly trigger this unavoidable bypass immune safety check. It completely protects your underlying infrastructure from an agent that might just hallucinate a destructive path. By mastering AgentScope's permission system, from picking the right global mode, to crafting those granular rules, to relying on bypass immune safety checks, you can finally balance true AI autonomy with absolute sleep-easy security. The guardrails are solidly in place. The risks are managed, leaving us wondering, with all this power securely harnessed, what incredible complex systems will you safely automate today? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.